Final 3 weeks of the season, still plenty to play for here as we're underway in Week 15. This fielded at the 2. They'll bring it back to just about the 25. Call it the 24-yard line.
Nobody gonna eat it. I'll take it out when I move the car. I'll throw it up there. Fuck, I keep forgetting to do that, man. I keep forgetting to put Warner back on X Factor because he is not the same without his X Factor.
On first down, Wood. And right away they're going to stack him up right at the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain on the game's first play. And it's second down now.
And you, nigga, he's usually shorthanded.
Now he'll look to throw here on 2nd and 10. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Nick Bosa, what a season he continues to have, his 15th sack of the campaign.
I spent a lot of extra time preparing for this game, watching this offensive line, because they gave up 5 sacks last week in their loss. They just gave up another one now. They don't seem to be working together as a cohesive unit. Right? 4 guys might have it right, but the 5th guy is giving something up. They've got to find a way to all get on the same page.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw.
Get his ass, folks.
And this turns into disaster. He's not going to get forward progress. That'll be a safety. So how's that for an interesting way to start this ball game?
First drive of the game and you go backwards all the way into your own end zone?
Guess it kind of makes you wonder what else we might have in store here in this one. Oh, he'll field it in the end zone.
Hey, bro, some of the motherfuckers be getting that shit quick. Like, super fucking quick.
They'll run on first down. Hubbard, he'll be dropped at the 25 after a gain of 6.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
Shit, one game a nigga spawned
the
back
last
in
run
on
got
Warzone
6,
with a
now
motherfucking
2nd and 4. Now a give, right side. Taylor. And he's going to lose yardage and be backed up to the 25.
Nice play right there to stop him behind the line, but I want to see how this defense continues to play him here in the first half.
Yeah, we know. You know better than I. He has the ability to take over a game. So what do?
Yeah, I think you have to make sure that you bop.
He fires one that's intercepted. Picked off at the 30. And they're going to set up shop at the 32-yard line. Well, not a good omen there. His first throw of the afternoon, intercepted.
And I know what the fans are thinking right now. I hope there's not negative thoughts in his head going forward since that's his first throw of the game. But one of the things I remember about him coming out of school is he's able to wipe things away pretty easily and move on.
It's a loss of 5 there, bringing up 2nd. Plays like we just saw there, that's why they're up right now. And the defense, they're doing their job.
Yeah, it starts with the guys up front. So when you talk with GMs who are putting together a team, a lot of them say we're going to build from the inside out, because if you control the line of scrimmage, you control the rest of the ball game, and that's what we're seeing here. They're actually playing in the offense's backfield, not necessarily just playing at the line of scrimmage.
Only 3 yards on the catch. It's 3rd down.
Why are you even coming over here? You know this ain't yours.
The chance of wasting this great starting field position, a real threat. This is 3rd and long.
Here I come. Here I come. Blue dot workers. Blue dot workers. Check 37. Mike spot 4. Mike spot 4. Mike spot 4. I'm scared.
They'll drop the throw. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off at the 21. And a great return as he takes us up just shy of the 45. He's on quite the interception run. He had 2 last week, another one here. Remember, he's not a DB, he's a linebacker.
But how many of those linebackers started as DBs and pumped themselves up into being linebackers? So the ball skills are the same, right? The coverage skills and responsibilities are the same, and he is paying it off in a big, big way.
And that'll be incomplete. We do have a penalty flag down, however. Let's see what that's about. So flag for the contact, pass interference.
And I know that you're going to look at me and roll your eyes, and rightfully so, because you know what I'm going to say. Doesn't the defender have a right to the football as well?
No, I don't like defenders.
That's because you spent too much time with me. Okay, I'll side with you on this one. Here's the correct call.
Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. 2nd and 6. Throw left side complete. It's Lamb.
Yeah, why do you give people that bullshit? I would never understand.
In for the score. And the Niners are able to stretch their lead.
What I'm going to do with that?
And correct me if I'm wrong, that was just a simple fly route, wasn't it?
No, there's nothing to correct at all. You've got it down pat. And I just remember as a player, when I'd be in practice sessions, and I'd hear 9 from the receivers, that meant fly route, go. Look out. That was the 9, and he just kept going all the way into the end zone for the touchdown.
Following the touchdown, here's Gay to kick it away. This fielded at the 2. Then he'll take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. As the season winds down and you look at them in totality, you know, the offense has struggled. The defense has been pretty good, so I would imagine the changes this offseason may be more on the offensive side of the ball.
And this is where we always hear the term complementary football, because as you noted, the defense has played well enough for them to win games, and the offense has held them back. So they've got to reward that defense by improving on offense. I don't know if you make a change at quarterback, running back, tight end. It doesn't matter. Get better players, better system, so they can play to the standards of the defense, and the win column will result.
This tipped and intercepted.
Showtime.
He's picked off at his own 47.
Bruh, you can see this interception.
And they will be set up now as he brings this thing all the way back inside the 20.
Bro.
So that's back-to-back drives where they've thrown an interception. Ordinarily, we look at the offense and say, what's going on with your scheme? Maybe we should look at the defense and just give them a whole lot of credit. They've got them frustrated right now.
They run with Taylor, and he's going to push his way down to about the 12. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3.
A nice run here early on. It doesn't take a great play caller to realize you want to establish a guy of his caliber with runs like this early, because they'll pay dividends as the game progresses.
Recon, 1 3 2 fire.
I see.
Get it.
They'll run with Taylor, and he'll be dropped at about the 11 after only a yard.
Well, we just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers of reading a play and flowing to make the stop before it turns into something big.
Hey, Charlie. 57. Mike, hit it.
He'll drop to throw. And it's complete in the end zone.
I have no
Touchdown,
idea.
49ers.
I was coming up trying to just hit him to knock it out of him.
And the Niners are able to stretch their lead. Here's Gay now to add the extra point. And that will make this a 16-point lead. After the touchdown, it's Gay to kick this one away. This is taken at the 3. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28-yard line.
Who was that? Oh.
Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of the teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns early, probably not very deep into their script. I think that they'll stay with it. I don't think they'll abandon it just yet and try and generate some offense on this drive.
Anything. At least 3 points get that 0 off the board.
They're both 99s, I think.
Mike 51, Mike 51. Nice 7, let's go. 51 to Mike, ready, go.
2nd and 9 now. Got his man complete over the middle. That's Rodriguez. And he'll be taken down as that will take us to the end of the first quarter of play. 16-0. That's the score after one on EA Sports. They'll look to throw now on first down. Looking deep downfield. And that is incomplete. Showed off the arm strength there, but to no avail. Second down.
And attempted a deep ball there. They didn't get it. But, boy, they're going to need a few of those to actually hit in order to get back into this game.
Good thing they do have a little bit of time here still left in the contest. Decent-sized deficit, but not one that they can't manage. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down.
I put him on speed and my damn safety came down and guarded him.
2nd and 10. Going for Metcalf on the deep ball. And that'll be incomplete. Good protection that time, and they couldn't hook up on the long one. Now it's 3rd down. Some of the fans here don't seem too happy about what we've seen in this first half.
No, not at all, and I understand why. They've looked lethargic, out of sync, and it shows on the scoreboard.
They're going to look to throw. And unable to connect. Incomplete. I'll give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down.
You hear the calls for a penalty, but I just don't think so. I think in this situation, the defender was making sure his guy couldn't hold on to the football. So I don't see anything to warrant a flag.
No, I'm with you. There was contact, but I'm happy they kept that flag in the back pocket.
I feel like you and I could be in our backyard with our dads right now. What did they always say when they were throwing us the ball? Look it all the way in. Make sure you secure it. That had the feeling of not happening there on that play, that he didn't have full control of the ball.
When that punch coming in, I don't have a return punch, but I would imagine it's tough to monitor those guys coming full steam ahead at you.
It really is. You try and get that peek to know where they are, about whether you should fair catch it or not. But sometimes you just have to have a sense, a feeling, and just have to make sure, number one, though, you catch the ball and put it away.
A gain of 32 that time. So the big play moves him all the way across midfield to the 40 now for 1st and 10.
Let's go, defense. Our time. It's our time.
Back to throw here. Nowhere to escape.
Come on, Chuba. You got a block, bro.
Lightning speed that time for the
Killed him
corner.
with that double
Marshawn
move.
Lattimore getting the sack.
Well, maybe that can give him a little bit of a pick-me-up, a little bit of a jolt. One of the few things that's gone right defensively.
Because other than that, it's really been a first half to forget.
Mike 51. Mike 51. I'm coming. I'm coming. I'm coming.
Right here, guys. Mike 51. Mike 51.
They'll set up a throw. It's Hill, complete. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. A gain there of 21 yards.
You can see the time and effort and thought that they put into their passing game because it was evident right there. It looks like a simple pitch and catch, but you and I both know that they have planned for this and worked hard to make it happen.
Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Lamb. Another big hitter there. This one good for 18. Two big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's 1st and goal. Taylor. And they go the wrong way on this one. Losing yardage back at the 12. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be 2nd down. They'll try again on 2nd and goal after going backwards to the 12. Here's Taylor. And a pickup of about 4 down inside the 10 to the 8-yard line.
Partner, I know we're in a goal-to-go situation, but my goodness, think about running the ball here. Not even a thought, is it?
Defensively, they're in a prime spot.
And I think the defensive guys are probably expressing themselves to them as well. I wouldn't run it here, guys. You might want to try throwing it.
Meanwhile, on 3rd down, they take a shot at the end zone, but it's incomplete. More problems here on 3rd down. They've converted only once so far in this first half.
And you know as well as I do in this league, if you don't win on 3rd down, it makes it hard to win a ball game because then you're relying on your defense, you're relying on your special teams. You've got to get it done with your offensive unit.
That drive took him inside the 10. Good job defensively to hold him to 3.
Yeah, I like how you did that. Give a little tip of the cap to the stop troops there because they didn't give up a touchdown in that situation, right? Made them kick the field goal. And, yeah, points went against them, but that feels a whole lot better running off the field.
And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And we don't want to call this desperation time, especially in the second quarter, but you're down.
Watch it.
Well, no, but let me finish.
Okay, my bad.
You're down 3 scores already. You've done nothing offensively, nothing on the scoreboard. That's not a good combination.
I think you just called it desperation time. I think you did. But let's face it, you mentioned this to me in a break earlier in the game. The energy level hasn't been there right from the start. We've noticed that. They've got to find a way to get on their toes and start punching instead of retreating, to use a boxing analogy.
They try to run on first down, but this defense says no dice. They stop them a couple yards behind the line of scrimmage. Here we go on 2nd and 12. Escaping the pressure right. Now he'll let it, and that's caught inside the 30. And this will move the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the 49ers' 28. Well, we know he's got the speed there. He needed the speed and the hands. A great catch.
And because of that speed, you have to respect it as a defender. So you have to either play off or make sure you're somehow in contact with him, and he's able to do exactly what you said. Use the speed to his advantage and go up and get the football. That's a big-time play right there.
On first down, Wood. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down. Here's 2nd and 8. Going for it all. Back of the end zone. Could he get his feet down? No, it's incomplete.
Another dangerous throw there, partner. I mean, he's already thrown 2 interceptions here in the first half. I don't know if you want to keep throwing up 50-50 balls and you've had that kind of lack of success.
Yeah, absolutely. Very well could have been a 3rd interception in half number 1. So the failure to connect on 2nd down, that leaves him staring up here at a 3rd and 8. Back to throw. Open man is Metcalf. He's got it. And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. It'll be a pickup of 8 and a good first step there with 2nd and...
Turn your goddamn thing on, nigga.
Good yardage on first down. Now can they punch it in on 2nd and goal? They'll try and sneak it here. And he will take this one in for the Seattle touchdown. It's their quarterback, hitting double digits with his 10th touchdown of the season, as they are now on the board here in the first half.
Yeah.
Point after, right down the middle. And they're able to cut this deficit down to 12. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. This is taken at the 3. And he'll be brought down at the 23, make it the 24-yard line. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. You've got under a minute to go here until halftime. You've got the good-sized lead. No need to do anything crazy.
No, there really is no need to do anything crazy. The smart play, go ahead and take your lead into the locker room and then try to add to it in the second half. But there's a part of me that looks at this and says, first half going my way, I have a little bit of a cushion. Let's go ahead and try and extend things. If you've got some good plays drawn up, you might want to think about them right here.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10.
51 seconds.
51 to Mike, boy. 51. Hey, dude. You better bring it. 51 to Mike. 51. Let's go. Here we go.
They'll set up to throw. He finds his man Johnson. Cool under pressure right there, escaping the pocket and finding what I think was not his primary target.
And some of these guys are just so comfortable getting outside of the pocket that they'll do it on purpose. It doesn't even need to be a breakdown. Just they move, and they know to fix the defense, because a lot of times you get lost in coverage in the secondary. And I think you're exactly right. Wasn't his primary target. Found a secondary guy who sprang open, probably because of his movement out of the pocket.
After an incomplete pass on second down, that'll leave him trying to convert on 3rd and 9. He'll find Taylor. That's complete. He's got the first down and more past midfield. And that'll wind up moving the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the Seahawks' 38-yard line.
We can talk all we want about football being a game of strength and brawn. It's also a game of mismatches, and they're trying to create one there, getting it to their back out of the backfield to make a bigger play.
As we often say, get it to him in space, let him use his leg. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Now San Francisco going to call their second timeout, as it'll come with 15 seconds to play in the first half. Protection certainly going to need to be a bit better here on 2nd and 16. 2nd and long. There goes a deep ball, end zone. And this is caught. For the moment, it's a touchdown, but multiple flags down, so let's sort this out. And yes, they won the points, so they will decline the penalty, no question there.
You don't think they spent a couple seconds mulling over what the penalty would do for them?
I don't even know why they asked the sideline.
Not at all. When you put the ball in the end zone on a takeaway, take the points and keep moving.
Extra point by Gay is up and good. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful.
His big brother.
Following the touchdown, here's Gay to kick it away.
It's there's 2 of them. Yeah, so it's Tyson's truck.
And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback.
But one of them played with Crump. Yep.
Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. Time here for likely one play, then off to the locker room, and they're going to have some adjustments to make.
They certainly will, and I think a lot of people are thinking to themselves, all right, take the knee, get out of here, regroup. But how will the head coach and his staff approach halftime? Will it be angry? Will it be clinical? Will they be calm? Will they just let it all out? Who knows? I'd love to be a fly on the wall for this one, though.
Money. That's what you got?
Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28.
Chopper!
Oh.
Check 25! Exit! 54's Mike, 54's Mike. Check, watch 54, watch 54.
They'll throw now on the final play. And he's going to go down. Couldn't get a throw off with the pressure. Maybe that was for the best, as that brings us to the end of this first half of play. So we reach halftime in what's been a fairly one-sided game so far. As we'll send you eastward to Orlando. Standing by with that EA Sports halftime report now is Jonathan Coachman. Take it away, Coach. It's the 49ers out in front, and they will get the football first as well, as we are back and started in the second half.
And that drives coaches insane, doesn't it? When they see that happen, it just doesn't feel right, does it? Plus, you're giving up yardage.
Good starting field position for the 49ers as they have it 1st and 10 at the 40.
Try to beat them, bro. Well, not everybody, but a lot of people. They know what they got over there.
He'll look to throw.
People know what they got over there.
Flushed out right. Now he's going to throw deep right
side.
And nearly picked off there. Almost intercepted. Instead, 2nd down. Pretty lucky to get the football back. Had his target out there waving the arms, saying I'm open, but maybe didn't see him quick enough.
And I know the jokes are always about defensive backs' hands. What really actually happens, you don't get many opportunities. You get over anxious, and you start to think about taking it away and going the other way instead of focusing and catching the ball.
He's going to wind up and air it out. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off down at the 10. And a very good return as he takes us all the way up to the 35-yard line. They needed a break. They needed to make a play here in the third quarter defensively. They did that. Now they got to go quickly and get some points on the board.
And the best part is that they made their own break, taking the ball away. Now they just look at their offense and saying, guys,
let's go.
Come on, capitalize on this one.
Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
At the 36-yard line. Right there, 54, Mike. Pick me up. Here we go. Mike, 54.
Looking to throw.
Oh,
over the middle, complete. It's Rodriguez. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down.
6-7.
10 yards and a Seattle first down.
Bullshit. Yeah, really, that's a fucking pick. Man, give me my pick. They're fucking doing that.
On first down,
thank you.
To throw.
There you go, Tanner. There you go.
And his guys are going to get the football at their own 47-yard line.
Fuck no.
Well, that's 3 picks.
We was just talking about that nigga, bro. Like,
and I know
bro,
this, the holiday season.
How does he not?
Right, it is the season of giving.
You know what I'm saying? Like,
maybe for his own sake, after the game, he may have to announce that he's donating certain amounts to charity for each interception that he threw.
After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5.
Watch the curl. Slam.
6-6, bullet high. Hey, exit.
Runner, guys. Mike 51. Mike 51.
Five.
The play action fake. They'll look to throw. And going deep for Hill. It's caught at the 10. Touchdown, 49ers. A big play there. His 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the forced turnover on defense leads to 6 points.
In order to lead in a game, you're going to get plenty of contributors, but that's his 2nd touchdown catch of this game. He's one of the key guys in this one.
And you better believe he'll be looking for the hat trick here as this one continues to go. After the touchdown, it's Gay to kick this one away. This fielded at the 2. And a pretty good return here. He'll be stopped just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line.
At their own 24-yard line.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. They've got to dig down deep. I mean, they need something right now, really anything to cling on to. This offense has struggled.
Partner, join me in a walk to their locker room at the half, okay? Because I think what we would have seen is an offensive coordinator and his assistant coaches getting together with all their positions, then coming together as a group, going over adjustments, and then the head coach coming in and just screaming.
And he lost the football. And now this is scooped up by the 49ers. There he goes right side. And he will fight his way into the end zone for a touchdown.
That's the way to make it spin, baby. That's the way to make it spin.
And Charles, look at the big fella. What a rumble that was. Not only to scoop it, but then take it the rest of the way for the touchdown.
And now you know they're going to have to hear about it from now on. The defensive backs, he's going to want to run with them, do their drills, the whole deal. He thinks he's the pace setter now.
It doesn't matter what happens in practice this week, he's smiling. Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. And they weren't on the sidelines for long, but I'll tell you what, I'm glad you and I weren't down there. We could hear nowhere to escape, and he goes down. An extra DB for the 49ers now on 3rd.
Brings up 3rd down.
They'll look to throw. He'll find Metcalf. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. A pickup of 24 on the 3rd down conversion.
I think it all came together there. In-breaking route, drove it with excellent pace. Money throw right there to move the sticks.
Now back to throw. And this will be incomplete. physical play on the football there, and it's second down.
I know at times people think we use it too often, but you've got to be able to throw guys open. And when you read zone, you've got to stick it in there before your receiver gets to the next guy in the zone. Otherwise, you bring him into the play.
And that's precisely what allowed that defense to disrupt the path. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
So one quick, easy analysis about why they've struggled so far. They keep putting themselves in third and long situations. They just took another sack right there.
Now the offensive film session tomorrow may be a little longer than it normally is.
Not a lot of positive grades will be handed out thus far.
He'll look to throw. Wide open receiver.
Put the ball up.
And now look at this. Big gain, but a fumble. And now this is scooped up by the 49ers. Well, he did what he's known for. He made the catch, then he turned into a runner, took the contact, and coughed it up.
And all I remember as a player, when they catch the ball, when those acrobatic guys catch it, you have to make them pay sometimes. You have to put it on them, big tackle, knock the ball free. Anything you can do to slow them down.
And brought down, but not before reaching the 45-yard line. He'll get 17 on that one, and the Niners have a first down. The big play to start him out. Has him at the 45 already. Taylor. And he's up across midfield and down into Seattle territory. It's a 6-yard pickup, but it gets him to 2nd and 4.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball and protect this lead. Give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point. Going to make that defense stand up and stop them.
Hey, seam 6. Seam 6. Now.
2nd and 4. He gets this one to Johnson. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. 13 yards there and a Niner first.
That looked like a pretty good route combination there because you've got to find a way to clear the guy running the drag, because when you do, you just put the ball on him and then let him run.
Yeah, he's got some space. They'll run on first down. It's Hubbard. Takes this to the 32, maybe the 31, as the defense rallies quickly after the nice move. A gain of 3, 2nd down. And this should be the final play before the quarter ends. And that is going to do it for this third quarter of action. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports.
Let's go now. 60 outlaw.
Down to lose one.
Hit it.
On 2nd down now, it's Taylor. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. He lost 2 there, and it's 3rd down.
Brandon, this is clearly a running situation when you're up in the 4th quarter. They're going to have to stack the box and make it difficult for them to move the ball.
Made it very difficult right there. Now they need to repeat that effort.
Yeah, bring 7, 8, 9, whatever it's going to take to slow them down.
They'll look to throw here. Throw left side complete. It's Lamb. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. 18 yards, first down Niners. This quarterback now, 5 straight completions here in this second half. 1st and 10. Now a give, right side. It's Taylor. And he'll take this one down near the 15. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
Hey, Haywood.
At the 15-yard line. Watch a slant. Watch a slant. Watch a slant.
57. Mike, 57. I got you.
Deep rip.
They'll drop the throw to the end zone, but it's incomplete. 4th quarter, you've got the big lead. If you're coaching, Charles, you still taking shots like that downfield?
I'd be a little more concerned with running some clock and making sure you're taking care of the lead, because you keep flinging it around, you throw a couple of picks, you can put yourself in jeopardy.
Here's a look for the end zone, but that one's going to wind up incomplete. You can tell they were hoping for a flag there offensively. Several on the sideline motioning, hey, why not a penalty? Why not a penalty? What did you see?
Yeah, I think you've got to let them play, and the officials are instructed, if there's contact coming from both sides, no flag. Let them fight it out.
And forces 4th down. So it's 3 more points, and that widens this thing out even further here in the 4th.
And you know, in this league, you can never have enough points, but this widens it out, as you said, and now it's all about ball control, isn't it?
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And the turnover last time, that's sort of been symptomatic of their struggles here in this one.
Good word. I like it, though, because you're exactly right.
Like that, don't you?
All game long, they've struggled moving the ball, turning it over on the last possession. So word again, symptomatic?
Yeah.
I like that.
Your analysis, symptomatic of the success of this broadcast.
What I like is that you gave me the word, and I just kept using it.
First down, Seattle, 16 yards, the gain there. This quarterback now 6 for 6 since coming back out of the locker room. It's 1st and 10. He'll drop to throw. He's going to air one out. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off at the 12. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And, Charles, we are in the midst of a very one-sided affair. I think this is where you and I have to fill a little bit. You want to regale us with old stories of your childhood in New Paltz, New York?
I don't think anyone wants to hear that, but this is a perfect time for us to start listing MVP candidates, right? The best teams we've seen so far this year, the best games that we've called thus far, how we anticipate the season unfolding. We can go in so many different directions. Because the game certainly not taking us there.
Oh, I hear the remotes clicking off right now. Evades the tackler, and now some space. The 30, the 20. Touchdown, 49ers. A great play there. Hitting double digits with his 10th touchdown of the season as his guys continue to pour it on. So another score there. Often you talk about the 3 phases of the game. Defense, offense, special teams. It's been a clean sweep in this one, hasn't it?
It certainly has. They've been pretty dominant throughout this game. And privately, the head coach will add a 4th phase. That's the coaching. And he'll tell the ownership that as he tries to negotiate a new contract off of this win.
They are looking strong here in the 4th quarter. Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. They're sort of seeing themselves spiral out of control. Let's see if they can get things back on track.
And this is where the coach is walking that line of being calm and really being firm with his team. I had one tell me once, when we were having a tough patch, this too shall pass, this too shall pass. And finally we kept having a rough patch. He said, but you got to do something to make it pass.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. The Seahawks on 3rd down. They've converted just 2 for 6 thus far. This is 3rd and 14. Now the throw on 3rd down, knocked away and incomplete. Just nothing there again. He's been sacked multiple times. We've seen the interceptions, of course. He's really been through the ringer, hasn't he?
And what we've seen is a defense is well coordinated. The front and the back really in sync. The front putting on the pressure, the backside being ball hawks and picking passes off.
Call that a 46-yard punt, though they did get 9 back on the return. And the Niners will go on offense. 1st and 10. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Now Taylor. And able to break 1 tackle, but then quickly brought down. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on 1st down.
Oh, that's one to warm the hearts of all those old school football players, isn't it? Tough, hard, gritty run. Got behind his pads, bowled over a few people. Look at that one, right up the gut.
So up through 3 quarters, no reason to lighten up now. Pretty move. And we are inside of 2 minutes left in this lopsided affair. So it's 49er football here as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. The give to Taylor. He'll get a nice chunk there on the 1st down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown, because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
On 2nd down, it's Taylor. They're going to snuff this play out behind the line. We have not seen that much today. Now the Seahawks going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important third down.
Hey.
57. Mike, 57.
Stop your whining.
Hit it.
And they're going deep for Hill. This is caught. And he will get into the end zone. It's another touchdown. This thing is ugly.
There's no doubt in my mind.
And do you hear that? Do you hear the...
It's not scales, right? I don't hear scales. Do I actually hear a tune being warbled?
I think the fat lady's humming.
Yeah, she's doing more than humming. She's belting it out right now.
She's going. She's full bore.
Yeah, this thing is flat out finished.
Following the touchdown, here's Gay to kick it away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. They've lost this one. Their offense has struggled. Do they try to put together something here at the end just to take into next week?
Yeah, sometimes teams want to do that and coaches want to. I remember one time I was on a team and we were losing late in the game like this, and you knew it was lost. It was over, right? And the coach called a running play and pretty much said to everyone, I want to see something executed well before we get out of here. And that was the message to the team.
Just something to build on.
Just something to build on, get it done, and maybe we can look at that and say, we'll get better as we go forward.
They come up to the line now facing a 3rd and 10 after the incompletion. They run the counter. It's Wooler. And he will lose yardage and be backed up to the 24. Tough sledding. They lose a yard there on 3rd.
Charlie.
Right there. 54. Right there. 54 Mike.
As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. They had to go for it with such little time remaining, and now the football is going to go over, already being placed at the 15-yard line.
Shoot.
61, matchbox lights.
57 to Mike.
Hey, we heavy on the edges, heavy. Hey, wahoo!
57 to Mike.
To go.
That one looks like he'll throw here. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete. The incompletion there stops the clock. Any surprise they're throwing here late?
Ordinarily, yes, because you would think enough is enough. They've got plenty of lead, but I've seen this a bunch of times as well. The defense is going to crowd the line of scrimmage. If you just hand it off inside, you're getting your running back popped a lot as well. Sometimes the defense dictates it. If they're going to crowd it, you may have no other choice but to throw it downfield.
The chance of wasting this great starting field position, a real threat. This is 3rd and long. Well, Charles, it's...